NotebookLM infographics are incredible, but they have a big problem. They are completely locked. You can't change the text, you can't move around any elements. They are what they are. But watch what happens when I throw this into this new tool. I can move elements, I can change the text, and I can resize or restyle anything. And the best part is this tool was completely free to use. All right, so all of this starts inside of NotebookLM. Our goal is to create the most visually stunning infographics that are both accurate and have all the information in them that we want. With any of them, you want to make sure, first of all, that your sources on the left here are verified and vetted. You don't want to just throw in random sources here. There's this really great research tool right here that will automatically add sources or find them for you, and then you can add them. It's always worth taking the time to make sure that those are reputable sources that you want included and that you trust. Otherwise, the information that ends up in your infographic is not going to be accurate. Once you have all that squared away, you can come over to the right to the studio section. And there's a button here, of course, for infographics. I'm sure you know this already. Make sure you click on this right arrow because that will pull up the prompt box where you can actually tell it exactly what you're looking for with this infographic. And to get the best infographics possible, you want to try to get NotebookLM to create the best infographic that it can. The tool I'm going to show you will allow you to change it and do the fine tuning, but as much as possible, you want NotebookLM to do most of the work and get you like 95% of the way there. So here we can choose the orientation, landscape, portrait, or square. I'll leave it on landscape. And then you can choose your visual style. There are about 10 of them here. I will choose sketchnote for this one. You can even control the level of detail if you want concise infographic, a standard one, or a more detailed one. I'll stick with standard. And then here's where most people skip. They don't put in here what the infographic should be about. And without that, NotebookLM is just pulling from all of these sources and just trying to get all of that information into the infographic and sort of guessing at what you're looking for. Now, this notebook is all about the Artemis 2 mission to the moon. So what I'll tell it is create an infographic about the trajectory that Artemis 2 is taking on its journey from the Earth to the moon. So instead of having it pull all the information, I just want to focus in on that one subject. So clicking on generate will give it a couple of minutes and see what it comes up with. Here's what we have so far, and I'm pretty happy with this. It's not 100% perfect, but I'm pretty happy with it. If it was way off, I would start completely over. I would close this out, open up a new infographic, maybe choose a different style or make a new prompt in here. Whatever changes I had to make to get this closer to what I'm looking for. But this is close enough for this first step. Now you'll notice that inside of NotebookLM, as of right now, there's no way to make any edits. So I can't tell it to change the text up here or change any of the images. It is stuck the way it is. So what we'll do is we'll click on these three dots and click on download. That will then download a copy of it to your computer. And then you want to jump over to Canva. Now you will of course need a Canva account, so go ahead and sign up for one. However, you don't need to sign up for a paid subscription yet. A lot of what I'm going to show you today, you can do completely on the free plan. However, it is limited. You can't use it forever with all the features I'm about to show you, but you can at least get started. So first thing you want to do is click on the top left here where it says create. Then click down here where it says upload and upload the image that you just downloaded. You'll then see the image pop up right here. Click on use in a new design and then select custom size. That way it matches the dimensions exactly. All you have to do is click on create new design. That will then open up a new tab with the infographic in it. Now, currently, this is still one image. It's all connected. There's no way to pull apart different elements from it. Clicking on the image itself, it should now be highlighted in this purple line, and then click on edit right here. That will bring up the edit menu on the left. There are a whole bunch of tools in here. We're going to explore some of these, but the key one, the one that is most exciting, is this one right here called Magic Layers. If you click on this, you'll see it is now scanning the image and pulling apart all the different elements from it. And now that it's done, you can see that it is pulled out from this image each of the different elements. So we have the text up here. Notice I can now move this text. Let's bring it back to where it was. We have the earth here. I can move that. I have more text here I can move. It perfectly preserved the image, but everything can now be moved or changed. So if I didn't like the text up here, let's say I don't like this line here for some reason, this dash, I can remove that. It says the 10-day journey from the lunar far side, or to the lunar far side. I want to change that to the moon. A lot simpler. If I don't like any of these images, like this one, I can click on it, click on Ask Canva, and tell it what changes I want to make. So I can say, make this more colorful. That will then open up this dialog box on the right and create a new image for me, and I can swap this one in. Or if I want to just kind of keep it very similar, but just change the style, I can click on the image, click on Edit, and that will then bring up the Edit menu on the left as well. And you can see these style matchers. So let's say I want to change it to like pixel art. I can choose pixel art, and it will instantly turn that image into the same one, just pixelized. Or let's say I have this image right here, but it doesn't quite have the right shading to it. Well, I can add a filter to it. Maybe I want to make it a little more vivid, or I want to make it more tundra or astro. Lots of choices here for the filters. Or if I want to change the text and I'm getting stuck on it, all I have to do is click on some of the text, click on Ask Canva, and tell it to rewrite the text. I want this to be easier to understand. Then here on the right, we can see it's working through that. And then here are the suggestions. And if I like any of these, I can just add them and swap them into the old one. And of course, if there's something you don't like, just delete it and it could be totally gone. Before we move on and I show you my favorite way that I've been using magic layers with my NotebookLM infographics, let's hear from today's sponsor, i10x. i10x is an all-in-one platform that gives you access to every major AI model in one workspace. Jumping into the chat, you see that you not only get access to one company's model like OpenAI, but you also get models from Google and xAI and Anthropic and DeepSeek and ZAI, all from within this one login. So no longer do you have to switch tabs and switch providers. It's all in one place. And if you're never sure which one to use, click on the left here where it says Chat Arena, and you can select two different models here, send one prompt, and get a reply from both of them. There are also other great tools baked into this as well, like image generation using top models like GPT Image, Google Nano Banana, and Flux, and video generation using Sora, Kling, Google Veo, and Minimax. Once you're ready to take things up a level, you can jump into the agent builder and start building agents or automations with this. And you can even upload your company or personal knowledge base to always be able to draw from it every time the AI answers chats for you. i10x starts at just $8 a month if you go with annual billing, or $10 a month if you pay month to month. That includes 5,000 uses of basic models, 200 uses of advanced models, and 2,500 credits to use for things like image and video generation. But for just $17.50 a month, you get unlimited use of basic models, unlimited use of advanced models, and 7,500 credits for things like image and video generation. If you want to try it out for yourself, I'll have a link in the description down below, along with a coupon code to get an additional 10% off. And thank you, i10x, for sponsoring this video. All right, so we are back inside NotebookLM now, and I had to create a new infographic for me, this time showing all the crew members that are on the Artemis 2 mission. That way I can highlight for you one of my favorite use cases for magic layers. So I, of course, downloaded this image, threw it into Canva, and used magic layers, so everything is now separated. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself into this infographic. So I can get rid of this guy, for instance. And what I suggest that you do is go over to Gemini and upload an image of yourself and a screenshot of the person that you're trying to replace, which is this guy right here. So with both of those images, Gemini can basically combine them, turn my photo into that style of image. So I told it, transform this photo of me into this style. I want to see me in a spacesuit. It should be a headshot, the same style as the animated photo the same background as well and the same facial expression. And here's the image that it created. So now I can download this, come back to Canva, and on the left here is an upload button. You can upload any images by clicking upload files here. You can see the image that I just generated right here. So clicking on this, that will then add it to the image. And all I have to do is resize it and put it into its place. Just like that. And I have now inserted myself into this infographic, which is something that you just cannot do with NotebookLM natively. So this has been a really fun feature to play with. And there's a lot of cool stuff you can do inside of Canva. The more you explore it, the more you'll discover. Over here on the left, this elements section, there are shapes you can add, graphics, there are stock images, there are stock video if you wanted to, audio, frames, grids. So there's a lot you can do once you bring your infographics from NotebookLM into Canva. Now, you may be wondering if you can do this same thing using slide decks from NotebookLM. And you sort of can. So here I have a slide deck that I generated inside of this notebook. But the problem is this magic layer button only works with images. It doesn't work with PDFs or PowerPoints. And when you create a slide deck inside of NotebookLM, your only options to download it are a PDF or a PowerPoint. Now, there are plenty of tools that you can find for free online that will convert a PowerPoint to JPEG. But the issue with that is that they actually export it, each slide as a separate file. And so coming into Canva and uploading it, you can see my presentation right here. This is one slide from it. This is one slide from it. This is one slide from it. So they're all different images. So it does work. You can then create a presentation and create a new slide for each one and physically drag it in or add it as an image into the slide. It's very clunky. It does work, but it just doesn't work that well. And it's really unnecessary because inside of NotebookLM, if you open up any of your slide decks, you can revise them now. You can click on this button and go through every single slide and describe down here what changes you want to make. So right here, I can say, get rid of the apostrophes. Maybe for this one, I can say change the earth to the moon. And then for this one, change the orange line to green. After you describe all your changes, just click on generate revised deck. That will regenerate it. It's a lot faster than the original generation, and it'll have all your changes. And it does a really good job at it. So it's not going to be as detailed as using Canva, but it is certainly a lot easier when it comes to slide decks. I also really hope this feature comes to infographics soon as well. But in the meantime, that magic layers feature is awesome. And the fact that you can put yourself into those infographics as well, I think is really, really fun. So there you go. That's how you can use Canva's magic layers with infographics from NotebookLM to get them exactly the way that you want. But it's not the only thing that you can do with NotebookLM and Canva. I made an entire video on that. You can find it right here. So if you want to know some other NotebookLM to Canva workflows, definitely check out this video right here, and I'll see you over there in just 1 second. Bye for now.